Well, today is Wednesday, so it's knit-along day. And I'm sitting in for Diane, but I won't be picking up any needles. Okay.
That's probably good for me.
Yeah, it's a safe space for everyone. So, Amanda, you have a really good story this morning.
I do, yes. Here at WTOL 11, you know that we have worked closely with Life Connection of Ohio over the years, raising awareness for organ, eye, and tissue donation. So we know, however, though, that with the gift of life, a family is suffering a great loss on the other end. But one local woman is using her skill of crochet to provide a little comfort.
Just finished last Sunday. That one I just finished.
This comfort shawl is one of nearly 200 Elaine Baker of Wayne, Ohio has crocheted in just 4 years' time.
I have a yarn store down in the basement.
This mostly self-taught crocheter with 50 years experience has made blankets for her kids and grandkids, plus caps for cancer patients. Most recently, she took up making these 50-inch by 30-inch shawls for Life Connection of Ohio.
When I get done with supper dishes, that's what I do, is sit down and start watching TV and grab my Afghan and everything else to throw, and that's what I do for the rest of the night.
And she's pretty fast too. She can get one done in under 2 weeks. She changes up the pattern and colors regularly, sometimes working on 3 at a time. The reason for her commitment to this project is a personal one. Her stepson received a liver transplant about 10 years ago.
Allowed him to return to be a farmer, and he has cattle and works for Wood County on the road crew, drives snowplow all winter long. So he could, before he got his transplant, he could barely get around anymore.
While she's grateful to be on the positive side of organ donation, Elaine also understands loss. She knows the pain of leaving the hospital empty-handed, having lost her first husband a number of years ago.
Just the empty feeling of myself and my 3 kids walking out of the hospital and what's coming next.
Life Connection of Ohio delivers these comfort shawls to donor families while they're still in the hospital.
The families many times will lay these on their loved one, and then when they leave the hospital, they're taking these with them and holding them close and putting them over their shoulders, or holding them close to their heart, remembering their loved one.
It's a keepsake. Elaine hopes with every double crochet, donor families will know someone cares for them. And Life Connection of Ohio is always looking for comfort shawls, and we know you out there are talented. So again, if you're a knitter or crocheter, you'd like to make some, they're asking for neutral colors. That's preferred, 50 inches by 30 inches.
Yeah.
Elaine is so great.
Yeah, she is. That's awesome. Just a nice way to give back. And she just, she understands it. She gets it, right? She's one of those people who just, they get it. Now, you mentioned in your story that it takes her about 2 weeks to get this done. You said that's fast?
Yes.
So explain that process.
Okay, so I've been working on a scarf.
Okay.
For, I don't know, a month and a half, and I'm about that much into it. Yeah, I mean, like she says, every day, when she's done with dinner and she's done cleaning the dishes, she sits down, and she did jokingly say she sometimes crochets to the music of her husband asleep on the recliner next to her.
And snoring. Okay. Yeah. I think Gloria could understand that a
She joked about that a little bit, but it's just, she finds it relaxing. It takes, it's a great way to pass time too, because you're being productive and you're making something with your hands that's somebody else is gonna greatly benefit from.
Yeah, and when you give, I'm sure she can appreciate this, being able to give and seeing that reaction when people receive. And she changes up the pattern too, so it's not like she's just producing the same thing over and over. So some nice homemade, something unique that people can use, right?
She had that photo album, and I don't know if you saw it in the story. I was flipping through it a little bit. It was a huge photo album. She's taken a picture
with
of every single one that she's made. So with the dates and the colors, and so that she can go back and reflect on that and see the work and the progress that she's done. And Life Connection is so grateful for her, because they do pass out about 250 of these comfort shawls a year.
Wow.
So and it's not just to maybe a spouse, but sometimes a whole family, children involved, whatever the next of kin, whomever wants one, really. So, and in some cases, when a family member passes away, they're providing a number of these shawls to have that keepsake.
Nice comfort indeed, and just something to hold on to, right? So, yeah.
Like she said, they sometimes lay them on their loved ones, so then sometimes they have the smell or they can take that with them. So Elaine, keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. And Stephen, maybe one of these days I can work up to her level.
Yeah, we'll see. How long have you been working on this scarf? And this is for Maggie, right?
It's for Maggie, and it's getting colder out there. You know, hey, it's going to be 70 this weekend.
Okay, you have some time.
So I've got some time, but eventually that snow will be. And Maggie's really sweet about it, though. She's like, hey, Mom, it looks really good. So she watches me as I'm working on it, and it looks beautiful. So she's at least.
Maybe you can call on Elaine for a little help. Maybe she can just finish it off.
Hey, can you take over?
Right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk more. We talked about the Guardians earlier. We're going to talk, about the fun side. Maybe they're eliminated, but there's a fun side here. We've got that story for you after the break.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.